inside. Now he punches it outside. There goes Argyropoulos. Argyropoulos rumbles and stumbles and bumbles over the 40 to the 45. And Rob, that's just what we're talking about this Spartan offense.
Well, the Spy Potters got the penetration that they wanted on the inside, but Argyropoulos got the edge and he rumbled. We have a flag on the play at the 44, it looks like. We'll see what this is. Will this send the ball deep into the Spy Potter territory or go the other way?
They say an illegal hit to the head. Seen a lot of those these days in the game of football. And so Stripes, wow, look at that Stripes. Look at that. Wow, Stripes. No, wow. Excellent technique right off the bat, Rob, from Stripes. And first and down for the Spy Ponders. Can the Spy Ponders go our first and 10 at the 40. Here's Argyropoulos over the right-hand side, wrapped up by a host of Spy Ponders, and that's what Spartans wanted. The Spy Ponders want to do: gang tackle and keep them on the inside.
2 straight plays the Spy Ponders have got good penetration on the inside. The first play was busted to the outside for a big game, but this time the Spy Ponders prevailed. That's what this game is going to be. Every single snap of the ball for the Stoneham Stoneham Spartans is going to be an adventure.
So second and 9 for the Spartans. Look at those tight splits. Now that's a little scissors action coming back the other way. A nice tackle there by Leo Maniti. And Rob, we talked to Coach Gendron last night, and he was real concerned about those counters.
Absolutely. So we saw the first 2 plays go to the right, Scott. And that time, the counter was to the left side. That's what this misdirection offense looks to do. And for the Spawners, Spy Ponders, they're going to look to try to free up their linebackers to make big plays. Get those linemen on the ground so the linebackers can spy the play and make the tackle.
3rd and 8. It's a little pitch, and the ball hits the ground. It's loose. It's picked up, drilled into the ground. Deshaun Chase and Steve McGivelry, 4th down, and the Spartans are going to have to kick it away.
First miscue of the game, and that was by the Spartans, and Steve McGivelry penetrated into the background and was right there for the very big hit. Spy Potters held on their first possession. They're going to get a turn with the ball.
All right, 1st and 4th down now. Back to return for the Spy Ponders. Thought about a fair catch, takes a Spy Ponder bounce. 1st and 10, Spy Ponders at the 20. Good opening drive for the Spy Ponders. This is a team that was 1 game away, as you mentioned in the open, the Super Bowl title. This is a big test for Arlington.
And the Spartans put up 40 last week against Archbishop Williams. Spy Ponders themselves put up 37. So, their chances there's some kind of a shootout tonight, and to hold on your first possession in a game that might be a shootout is big.
Well, we talked to Coach Gendron last night, Rob, and he said he likes that they might have a lot of one-on-one matchups on the outside. The Spartans like to pound that box with, as you can see it right here, 10 men in the box. So over the left-hand side, stumbling, bumbling, and mumbling. That is Joey Pazia, my man, Joey Pazia. Goes close to a 1st down, and you got to like Pazia in a game like this with the tough guys, the grit and grind, the old school football.
Pazia brings that physical element to the offense and to the defense. And that time, it looked like he got out in front of his blockers and did it all himself. He just run, put down his shoulder pads and struggled for the 1st down.
I say stumbling, bumbling, and mumbling a lot, but I have a feeling that's actual he's stumbling, bumbling, and mumbling. 1st and 10 for the Spy Ponders. 8:02 left in the 1st quarter. Bo is going to heave it away, and there it is. It's complete. Roach at the 10-5. Touchdown, Spy Ponders. Roach from Bowler, bing, bang, boom.
And what a play by Bowler to Roach. That's the combination we're going to look for all year long. Bowler has a lot of confidence in Roach that time. Roach broke free over the middle, and there was no safety at all there for Stoneham, and Roach just had a free run into the end zone.
Coach Gendron told us last night, Rob, he liked those one-on-one matchups on the outside. And you saw it right there, a little seam route, little fly route. Bowler, it was a play action, stepped into it, tent stake, step, deliver. Absolutely phenomenal. 6-0, and now Swift will try the extra point, and Peter Roach will hold. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 7:49 left in the first quarter, your Arlington Spy Ponders strike first and strike fast. They're up 7-0.
Exactly the start that Coach Gendron wanted to see. The aerial attack coming alive early in the home opener for the Spy Ponders. Last week against Ringe Latin, the game was a bit of a struggle in the first half. Spy Ponders did most of their damage in the second half. Little home cooking here at Pierce Field, and the first time they touched the ball, the second play, wham, we have a 68-yard touchdown.
Rob, it's early. We know he played well last week. We're big fans of Adam Bowler. What do you see early? I see someone in command. I see better mechanics, a little stronger, a little faster, right out there.
Well, it's interesting. I think Adam Bowler improved greatly between his sophomore and junior year. We'll look for the same step up between the junior and senior year. He certainly looks to be playing the part. We saw him with his shoulder pads off. He's a little bigger. He's a little stronger. He talks a little bit more confident. He's ready to lead this football team, and he showed it there.
Senior leadership, there's no substitute for it in high school football. So, a booming kick. Taken at the 20, zigging and zagging and zooming, and right back. A beautiful tackle there. Touchdown saving tackle by Kane Lynch. Wow, Kane Lynch, this game was going to be 7-7.
Yeah, sophomore Kane Lynch came up behind out of nowhere and brought the ball carrier down. He just got one man to beat, and that was the kicker. He had a blocker out in front of him. That could have been pay dirt the other way. This is going to be a fun one, Scott.
Oh, Deshaun, it was Kevin McShane zigging and zagging and zooming. He's making those cuts 20 yards away from the guys coming down, which means they freeze or they go in the wrong lane. Phenomenal. So 1st and 10, and getting the outside again is Argyropoulos. He stumbles and bumbles and mumbles, and we can't catch our breath here, Rob.
Argyropoulos working the right side again, as there is a flag on the play. You don't know if this is a tendency that the Spartans prefer, or whether they are testing the left side of the Ponders line. Either way, the penalty will be declined, and we'll have 2nd and 2.
Spy Ponders, that's going to be one of the things you're going to look for tonight, Rob. Those linemen, they're it's all tight, and they're splits, which means the space between the guard tackles and the linemen is so short that they'll have a tendency sometimes to line up off sides. 2nd and 1. Fumble again. Ball hits the ground for the 2nd time tonight. Arlington says they have it. No signal yet. No signal yet. They do. Spy Ponder ball. As Stoneham puts the ball on the turf for the 2nd time in the first quarter. Bing, bang, boom.
It was on the center quarterback exchange, and first time, first game jitters are taking hold. Only it's the 2nd game.
Whew, I tell you, Rob, I said catch my breath. I can't even come. I'm out of breath. I'm all hyped up. I'm bing banging and booming. 2 bing bangs booms. 3 minutes into the game. Let's go, baby. Here come the Spy Ponders, 1st and 10. Ball at the 50. That little power pistol. This is a double slot. Bowler will keep it. He'll zig, can't zag and zoom. Got hit hard there by Argyropoulos. And I'll tell you, Rob, woo. I mean, he lowered that shoulder, and Bowler's a big kid, and he's not exactly doing the Mr. Bojangles out there. Woo.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we're here to if you're on the field, you got to be ready to play football. You got to get ready to get hit, Scott. You and I are both thinking there's 8 more games to go.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, right? That's the first time you carry the football, you get absolutely clobbered by a defensive end. 2nd and 7 for Bowler. Good form. Little, loft it up there, and lots of contact. No call there. Looked like incidental contact, maybe, Rob?
A little incidental contact. I mean, it was a jump ball, and Maniti put his hands on the defender. The defender kind of fell down. Maniti fell on top of him. I think that was a good no call.
Tell the viewer, you hear that all the time, incidental contact. Nobody explains it. What is incidental contact specifically? Accident. Whoa, hello. He's going to throw it up again. It's up for grabs and goes off of McGivelry's face mask. And Bowler has been lofting him kind of up for grabs last couple throws.
That time he tossed up, it looked like a punt. And, the punters might have been okay had that ball been intercepted. It would have been as good as a punt. But instead, we are going to see the very first punt of the season.
So, your mic's not working. Okay. All right, so Spy Ponders are forced to punt. 6:22 left in the first. A decent punt. No fair catch. Wow. A lot of courage out there. Spy Ponders, a gang of Spy Ponders come down to wrap them up. And that's where the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. And, Rob, you got to like how the Spy Ponders have remained tough, and this is turned into a little bit of a slobber knocker.
Yeah, it has, Scott. And they've had 2 real strong plays on special teams. Nice kick coverage that time, nice punt coverage, and a lot of times in the home opener early in the season, good special teams play is really the sign of a strong, efficient, good football camp before the season starts.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. Here is Argyropoulos, and Argyropoulos is not going to get touched. He rumbles 80 yards into the end zone. And, Rob, that's the Spartans.
That is the Spartans, Scott. They're gonna pound, they're gonna pound the same spot. What they want to do is they want to rip off 7-8 yards at a clip, and every once in a while pop off just what you saw. If they have 4 or 5 plays in a row where they get nothing, they are still looking for the big play, and that's what they got that time.
Argyropoulos got to the outside, didn't even have to really bounce it much. The Jets took over. Nobody was going to catch them, and they're going to go for 2 here. 7-6 Spy Ponders, 5:56 left in the first quarter. And there is Victor Fernandez stumbling and bumbling, can't get in. Couple of Spy Ponders said, no, not on my watch. And with 7:56, it remains 7-6, your Spy Ponders.
That's a call that time by the Spartans going for 2 this early in the ballgame. We could have a high-scoring ballgame at every single point count. I think the Spartans are banking on the fact that they're going to be able to get that play against the Spy Ponders. Spy Ponders, more often than not, have said no tonight. However, they did give up the big play to Argyropoulos.
Rob, it looks to me that the Spy Ponders are really focused on that. The inside the tackles, they've got all they're cutting people, they're pushing, they're getting good push, and you can see Argyropoulos. He knows what he's doing. He says, okay, there's a lot of mess in there. I just go around here, kind of common sense football.
And Argyropoulos has deceptive speed. He doesn't look like a big, a fast guy when he's between the tackles, but he got to the outside that time, turned on the Jets, and outran everybody.
I mean, it was like he was shot out of a cannon. He turned that corner, and there was nobody within 20 yards of him by the 50. Very impressive speed.
And this is a tough test cornerback. So if you're a cornerback, a lot of times you're on the field because you can cover the pass, but run support is going to be critical in protecting that edge in a game like this. And we're going to see them tested severely.
So short kick wrapped up is, I believe it was Tyler Callahan, and good transition right there. Tyler Callahan, they're hoping to be a playmaker this year.
Tyler Callahan, we saw him as a super sophomore.
Super sophomore.
Got some time at quarterback, was very impressive. Seemed to be a little bit of a jitterbug. They have him playing a skill position on offense. He's a halfback, and on defense, he's getting a little bit of time at linebacker. So shows you that Tyler Callahan has developed himself in the offseason.
He's kind of got that athlete tag, right, Rob? Kind of the way he can do anything. You throw him a football, he'll catch it. You want him to throw it, he'll throw it. Want me to run it, I'll run it. Tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. So 1st and 10 for the Spy Ponders. Now Bowler's going to keep it again, and he can't really go anywhere. Slithers for maybe a yard, and again Bowler carrying that football. Gosh, those are chippy type hits.
Yeah, and when Joey Pazia had a lot of success carrying the ball his first time. But the Spy Ponders need to keep the Spartans off balance with the running game if they're gonna get their passing game on track. That's how the Spy Ponders do it.
2nd and 9. Clock rolls. Coming up in 5:10 left in the first quarter. Bowler, little pitch and a little catch that time with Peter Roach. And when Bowler's stepping into the throws, we've said this all. He's been 2 years.
Again. You haven't swinged. What was that? Let's go.
To get some yak tonight against the Spartan defense.
The yak. 2nd and 3 after the little pitch and catch. And this time it's Callahan looking for the outside. He cuts back in, gets back about the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in somewhere around the area of holding. And Spy Ponders are really kind of opening up the offense. You're seeing everybody getting a little chance.
Well, it looks like there are 2 big arms on the field tonight, Scott. One is Adam Bowler. The other is Stripes, and he's a lefty. Toss that flag 15 yards on a line right into the middle of the play. And, that's impressive.
It's mid-season form. Stripes in mid-season form, steps into it, tent stake, deliver, follow through. That flag was on a line, almost hit a couple, but didn't hit. Thought it was going to hit a kid, didn't.
Yeah.
That's a tremendous opening throw from Stripes, and he's throwing a couple of them.
He's throwing darts.
Absolutely. Fooling around up here so much, didn't know the call, so very professional by us. 4th and 3. Decent kick there, and Nick Blueport picks it up, and he gets over the 30 to about the 32, and a lot of fireworks early, some 3 and outs. This game is kind of got it all right now.
It's been a story of the big play. It's a funny rhythm to the game.
Yeah.
Both teams have done a couple of things well. Neither team has really gotten on track. The big news this game has been the Spartans putting the ball on the ground a couple times. This looks like 2 evenly matched teams early.
Very much so, and if you're the Spartan.
my audio here, yes, it's going to be a big, massive shootout. It is already. I think we saw that had this kind of potential going into the game, and with 28 points scored in the first quarter with 3:39 left. I mean, if you're a fan of scoring, tonight is your night.
It's most definitely overwhelming, as they say. It's.
The other thing, Scott, is we've seen exactly zero offensive drives.
Right. One of those games. This is going to be a 3.5 hour, maybe 4 hour, and I don't mind the 4 hours when we got the 65 degree weather. You can do that in November. I won't be a happy camper. So kicking off for the Spy Bonders is Elijah Makuna, and wrapped up is Victor Fernandez. He scored earlier in the first quarter. And Rob, we've seen the whole package here from the Spartans early. We've seen a counter. We've seen them pound the ball right. And then last time we saw a little play action, a little lollipop pass to a wide open Fernandez.
They like to take their shots every once in a while. And Gendron knew that. And the Spy Pounders just weren't ready. They had coverage on the outside because there's just no coverage in the middle.
So as you can see right here, folks, I mean, there are 22 players within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. Not going to see that too often in 2018 football. As over the left-hand side goes Seth Russell, and it seems to be when it's going right, it's Argyropoulos. Going left up in the air, it's kind of a wild card.
So this double wing, the offensive principle is to try to confuse the defense and also to get numbers. So they try to get more guys on offense on one side of the field, blocking fewer guys on defense. So they start a little bit misdirection, come the other way, and when it works, it's beautiful to watch.
2nd and 6. Argyropoulos goes in motion, and it appears that Deshaun Chase didn't like what he saw, and so they're going to be forced to take a timeout. And with 2:46, we're not at 14. Rob, how did we get there? Take a breath, everybody.
We got there quickly is how we got there, Scott. The first score of the ballgame was 68-yard touchdown strike from Adam Bowler to Peter Roach, 7:49 to make it 7-0. Then Argyropoulos scampered 78 yards at 5:56. They got to use the internet. Two-point conversion failed, made it 7-6. Then at 3:51 in the first quarter, Chase and Deshaun Chase for the Spartans hit Fern and Victor Fernandez, for 67 yards to make it 14-7, and then Peter Roach immediately came back, returning the kick at 3:39, 65 yards to make it 14-14. That's where we stand.
That is where we stand, and Spy Pounders break the defensive huddle, all fired up. It is a 2nd and 6 for Chase. And Chase is just a little quarterback sneak out the middle, and that's what you see, Rob, all the time. If they're not going to put anyone in the A gaps right there, he's just going to go just keep it up the middle.
Yeah, no question. And what you have to pay attention to if you're the Spy Pounders is if you have to suck so many defenders into the middle, that opens the outside potentially for Argyropoulos and forces the outside contained for the Spy Pounders to make a play.
3rd and 1 for the Spartans. And here's Argyropoulos. He's had a lot of success over the right-hand side. He stumbles and bumbles and mumbles. Whole host of Spy Pounders in on the tackle. And now it's kind of, we've seen the grinded out Spartans.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. And just to repeat myself, though, we've got 28 points on the board. That's what, our second first down in the ballgame?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Clock rolls coming up on 1:45 left in the first quarter. Chase barks out the signals. And here's Argyropoulos again over the right-hand side. Gets the edge, stumbles and bumbles and mumbles. Out of bounds, nice gain for Argyropoulos. I'll tell you, he kind of runs very, very, very with purposeful. But what we saw early, he can turn it on.
Yeah, he can. He's been so good at getting the edge. From
Patiently.
It's a little hard to see, but the right side of the offensive line on the outside, the tight end, the H-back, and the tackle must be doing a great job getting those down blocks because the punter just can't seem to get around them.
Yeoman's work. 2nd and 3. And back the other way this time comes Fernandez. No, well, a little confusion. I'll tell you, when they all get mucked up like that's real hard. I think it might have been Fernandez. Not really too sure.
Yeah, that was supposed to be. Well, I tell you, the guy who made a big play that time for the spy punters was Gustavo Sahagian. He came from beating out on the weak side of the field, or on the strong side of the field, over to the weak side of the field and drag the ball carrier down from behind. Good job, Gustavo.
Gustavo with a big play. 3rd and 3 for the Spartans. Probably 4 down territory, if I was to guess. Fernandez goes in motion, and they give it to the up back. He's tackled, brought down. Nice little play there by Taylor Karp, and that's probably going to be a first. Let's see where the spot is. Yeah, it looks like a first down. They'll move the sticks. Well, Rob, what do you think? I mean, that's right on us. That's a first down, baby. No?
Well, yeah, it looks to me to be a first down. It looks Stripes on the far sideline is
Stripes wants to enjoy the cool, the crisp, cool evening and get a measurement here. I don't know what the right. Am I drive a bad angle or something? That's a first down. Right. I mean, what's the problem here, guys? So it's 1st and -1. I'm gonna measure this. I mean, I might be losing my mind.
Well, I've got relevant news.
Yeah.
Here on my dark sky app, it's 68 degrees.
Oh.
Feels like 69 degrees. The precipitation percent is at this particular point in time 0, partly cloudy, and the wind is 3 miles an hour coming out of the northeast. So there's a lot of big things happening in the booth tonight. ACMi has rolled out a new production package. We're very excited about that. And we also have weather apps that are more granular than ever before.
Where would you rather be than right here and right now? 1st and 10 for the Spartans. All knotted up at 14, 48 seconds left in the first. And here goes Fernandez. He's going to try to get the outside. Cuts it back. A whole host of spy ponders. And, we say this every year. We love these uniforms. Man, they are tough on the eyes, especially in the open when you don't know who is supposed to be where. I apologize to the folks at home. It's tough to see.
It's tough to see, yeah. They're dark gray with maroon and very thin white letters around the outside. The Spartans are going to take 5 yards in a cloud of dust all night long because what they hope to do is turn 5 yards into 7 by the second quarter and 9 by the third quarter.
Argyropoulos again over the right-hand side. Collapsed on him was Charles Gillis, and Gillis has looked strong early.
The whole defensive line has looked strong early for the Spy Pawners. They're battling it out against the Stoneham offense. Our program does not have heights and weights this evening, but I'm guessing the Spy Pawners are giving up 10 pounds a man across the front.
That doesn't have heights and weights, Rob?
Tonight's yellow does not. Your program from last year does.
No, this is this year.
I mean, from last week.
Yeah.
For the Spy Pawners, but we don't have.
Oh, you're looking for I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So, so here we go. We take a breath. Tied at 14, end of the first quarter. 14, I'll catch our breath. Rob, what do you think? What's your first impression here?
Yeah, it's a great question, Scott. My first impression from the Spy Pawners is that they're going to be tough.
Yeah.
They're going to be physical. They're going to battle. They're going to give you nothing. And they've given up a big play, a couple of big plays, and that's hurt them. On the other side of the ball, I think they're struggling to find their rhythm offensively. But they've got, and this is again Republic, a varied attack. They've had different kinds of running plays. They viewed 3 or 4 quadrants of the field already on passing plays, and then they themselves, this bowler to Roach combination looks like it might be quite potent.
And we've seen this from Gendron, the trust he shows in his players. He plays the playbook. He says, this is the play. I trust you can do it. And sometimes a little early they might struggle until the player says, oh, so you really trust me to run this play? Because he's running the plays that he thinks will succeed. Because we see sometimes over and over the same player over and over again. So this time it's a little lollipop pass again intended for Sam Labossiere, and he was there. It is very curious call on third down, too, because you know this is 4-down territory here, and you would have thought they would have run it to make a makeable for fourth down play. So fourth and a long 4, and over the left-hand side, he's not going to get there. Wrapped up by Gustavo Sagan, and he had help, and the Spy Ponters turned the ball over in downs. Where else are you going to get a broadcasting crew that's going to second-guess a Hall of Fame head coach like Bob Almeida than the Rob Anthony and Scott Zwick show? Here we go, baby. We know what's happening because we're up here. 1st and 10. But I couldn't agree more. I mean, we both said the same thing. It was a curious call. So here's Bowler. Steps into it again. Oh, right through the hands that time of Tyler Callahan, and the Callahan bowler to Callahan was working, and that time it just kind of slipped through his hands. Second and 10. This game is crawling along at a bit of a snail's pace here.
Yeah, the first several minutes of the game were absolutely fireworks, right? The first 5 minutes of the game, and we have 28 points, and now we've got a pitcher's duel.
We sure do. So 2nd and 10. Bowler in that pistol formation. And it's a little draw, and there goes Bowler, zigging and zagging and zooming, leaves his feet, loses his helmet. 1st down, Spy Ponters.
Wow, it looks like Bowler was a little bit upset as he was getting off there. Could he have been hit as he was hitting the ground? Let's take a look at it. Bowler leaps like a gazelle.
Oh!
Takes off his hat. That is. And now Gendron is out talking to the Scribes. He's not happy. That's a dangerous football play.
That's absolutely a dangerous football play. He hit him up in the head and late. That's a double whammy. He could have hit it. It doesn't matter if he was down. That's a hit in the head. That's
NFL. That's what, a $2 million fine, and you put your second child into prison for that.
You know, it's funny. I do criticize kind of the way I felt there's been too much of a correction towards safety, but that's not what I'm talking about when I get critical. I mean that is true safety, and that would have been a penalty 20 years ago. He put his knee into his head.
Yeah. And so let's go after it. You know, the Stripes are human. They come out here and they do a great job week after week. Their first priority is really safety, and they should not.
There's 3 of them there. It certainly isn't anything nefarious or anything like that. It's just you would like to see that behavior punished in a respectful manner. 15. I don't want the player ejected or anything like that. I don't think he was out trying to hurt anyone. No.
That wasn't a dirty play. That was a hustle play.
Right. But if a hustle play hits someone in the head, it's 15 yards and 1st down. It's just the way that's football. So, anyway. So 1st down for the Spy Ponters. I'm not sure if anyone took a timeout there. So right now it would appear that Stoneham has 4 left in the 1st half, and your Spy Ponters have 5. So 1st and 10 after a nifty run by Bowler. And a little pitch and a little catch that time. And it's Steve McGivelry who stumbles, bumbles, and mumbles. And those little short passes, Spy Punters had a lot of success last year.
Little screen to the short side to McGivelry, looking for McGivelry to make a play. McGivelry is, again, a strong physical player, but that time there were a lot of hats for the Spartans, and McGivelry couldn't bust through.
But even the play there, that maybe you look at it and say, well, gee, that wasn't too successful. You look up, it's almost 3.5, 4 yards, 100%. So 2nd and 7, short 7, long 6. Power pistol. See if you get Joey Pazia, my man Joey Pazia, carry here. I think he's licking his chops. Oh, they're going to fake it to him. And a nice little pitch and a little catch, and that's Peter Roach, and Peter Roach has had a game. 20. I thought it was 20. I'm not sure. Somebody caught the ball. Nice catch. Little pitch, nice little catch.
Whoever went high for it and pulled it down. It was a fastball from Bowler. That was a nice catch. Defense was right there.
I think I got that. We'll see the replay. I think I might have gotten the one. So 1st and 10 for Bowler. Little pitch, and he throws that a little high. And Rob, if we haven't been critical of Bowler, but one thing we've known that he's had to work on, that's throwing to his left.
Yeah, he's made a great deal of improvement in that area. That's a
tough throw.
That's a tough throw. Moving to your left, throwing to your left. It's hard to keep your balance. It's hard to get power on the ball. Sometimes to get power on the ball, you give it that extra little oomph. And when that happens, the ball can sail, and I think that's what happened today.
And that's just another example of Gendron's trust in these players. He's not really too concerned. He's confident Bowler's worked on this. He can make that throw, and the faith he shows here, that's going to pay dividends later on down the road. So 2nd and 10 for Bowler. I see Pazzi licking his chops from up here. And there he goes. There's Pazzi stumbling and bumbling and mumbling. Gets 2, maybe 3. And you like to see Pazzi getting involved.
Right into the heart of the Stoneham Spartans defense. And the punters had thrown the ball over and over and over again. And it was looking like the Spartans were hip to the trick. So let's see how Pazzi only got 3 yards, but it's important that the punters run.
Tell the guys to send it down.
To go.
Yeah. Hip to the trick. Phenomenal. So 3rd and 7, they got to be 4 down territory. You want to take, partner?
It's hip to be square.
Sure is. Huey Lewis, baby. 3rd and 7. I miss our classic rock. For Bowler, twins to the bottom of your screen. There's that little fake again. Step. Little pitch and a little catch that time. Out to... And that is Sam Swift. Now Swift's getting the act.
Bowler using all of the
That's going to be a 1st down.
Oh.
Swift did a good job identifying the 1st down marker that time and just kind of sitting down, and Bowler delivered it.
This is a senior drive, a senior quarterback drive. This is the drive that says to you, that you say, this looks like someone that could play the level after this. So 1st and 10 for the Spy Punters. Bowler is changing the play at the line of scrimmage, and I jinxed him. I put the hex on him. I said he was bound for glory, and next thing you know, the ball's hitting the turf. My bad.
I'm not sure whose bad that was. I think the snap could have been a little bit high and wide.
Well, Rob, it's funny. So Max, we're going to go to our silent reporter, Max Cohen. If you remember Max from last year, Max is a linebacker back in the day. Welcome, Max.
Hello.
What's the flavor down in the field?
Oh, I mean, it's a tight one down here. 14-14. That double wing offense is giving them trouble. And I've seen that offense before many times, and it's always a tough one on the defense. Mainly because you can pit anyone in there as long as they know that offense. They don't have to be the biggest. They don't have to be the most talented or athletic players. If they can get in and execute, that's all you have to do with that double wing.
So, Rob, Max is saying that identifying it's tough, and Spy Ponders have had success against it. They've had some struggles, and you see the same kind of thing with both teams. The Spy Ponders have had some struggles, some 3-and-outs, but now you're having some success before they put the ball on the turf. So,
Well, Stoneham is sitting there saying we have a lot to handle with Spy Ponders. You don't know where they're going to go next. Spy Ponders have shown they can use all parts of the field. That really stretches out a defense and puts a pressure on all 11 defenders.
So there's a little pitch and a little catch that time. That was Roach, and he stumbled and bumbled and mumbled to about the 30, and that's going to bring up a 4th and about 9. And Rob, this is a makeable first down for a player with Bowler's arm.
It's just that this would be a 39-yard field goal. We saw Sam Swift have a swift kick in the very first ball game against Cambridge Latin to win it last year. Remember how long that was? That was 30s, right?
29, I believe. Yeah.
We're out of realistic field goal range.
I think so. I think he could make it on his best kick, but this is a little bit of a reach. So now Bowler's got some time. He's flushed out of the pocket, little pitch, and he did a little catch that time. Tyler Callahan, and Bowler is on target.
That was absolutely on target by Bowler. Nice play that time. Nice play called by Jenner. Isolated. Found a way to get Tyler Callahan in space against the defender on the outside. Bowler once again was right just past the first down marker.
A veritable potpourri from the Spy Ponders. You don't know where it's going. Right, left, Callahan, Roach. Pazzi has gotten the ball. McGillivray, it's a potpourri. Anything, potpourri. Opening game. 1st and 10 for the Spy Ponders. Here's Bowler. Look, wants to run it. No, he's going to, he one hops it a little bit. Every time we sing Bowler's praises, that's when he has a little bit of a slip up. But this is as much on Bowler as it is on Coach Jenner. Coach Jenner really is right in the rhythm right now.
That one was a poo-poo platter.
Or as I might have said, a po-po platter. So 1st and 10 for the Spy Ponders after the incomplete. And Rob, do you believe that an offensive coordinator can kind of get in a rhythm?
Absolutely, no question at all. You're seeing the defense, you're understanding what the defense is doing, and you call play after play that's just right on target. You have confidence. No question.
Outstanding work by Coach Gendron. 2nd and 10. And Bowler zigs and zags and zooms, and into the end zone goes Adam Bowler on a little misdirection to the right. Bing, bang, boom.
12-yard run from Adam Bowler. That looked like it was anybody's guess whether he was going to make it. He got to the outside. He was in traffic, and that was a play that he just willed into the end zone.
Bowler was phenomenal on this drive. Got him out. They one miscue. Ball hit the turf. They got themselves back from a 2nd and 20. Bowler scampers into the end zone. Right there, stays in bounds. Does a little Missy Bojangles as he soft shoes into the end zone. 20-14 Spy Ponders.
Bowler looked like he was pinned about 4 yards deep in the backfield. He did a good job of eluding the tackle. It looked like the fact that the Spartans almost tackled him, threw the rest of the defense off a little bit.
And here's Swift kick the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 4:43 left in the first half, Spy Ponders lead 21-14. And Max, you gotta like what you see out of Adam Bowler.
And now they put up 21.
And Max, you're down in the field. So a lot of times the first game we see players cramping. We said it's 68 degrees. Is it humid or hot at all down there?
If it's perfect football weather down here, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, maybe that's because I'm from Florida. I'm used to it being 90 on the field. But this is a beautiful night for football. Maybe a little hot for these guys, but everyone looks to be in good shape right now. They're not having those long, sustained drives that really sap your energy. They're having those quick bursts most of the time, 10-yard plays, these long bombs. It's not a lot of sustained drives really take up all your energy.
That's great. Max Cohen, someone who's a perpetual state of I can walk on the field and make a couple of tackles. So, but 4:43, the Spy Pounders will kick it off now, and it'll be Fernandez that'll pick it up off the turf, makes his little zig and a zag, and steps out of bounds at the 31. And, Rob, if you're the Spartans, kind of more of the same.
More of the same. There's 4:37 left in the ballgame. That would be a perfect drive for the Spartans. Take 4 minutes off the clock. Don't give the ball back to Adam Bowler. Grind it out. Get it in the end zone. Go into halftime. Tied on the road. 21-21. Take your trick shot in the second half.
And a future Hall of Famer like Bob Almeida, that's what that's what second level coaching is. He's thinking that. His playbook is called. He wants to get this ball in the end zone under a minute. But he'll take a touchdown anytime he can. So over the right hand side again is Argyropoulos, and this is the first time, Rob, we saw Argyropoulos coming at us, and he's impressive.
He is impressive. He reminds me a little bit of John Cappelletti. Old-time football fans might remember John Cappelletti. He played for Penn State and the Rams, Hall of Famer in the NFL. And when he played for Penn State, he was number 22, but he had that same kind of uniform. Deceptively fast, fullback type that plays halfback, can put his shoulder down and be the hammer as well as the nail.
So anyone over the age of 55 is going to know that. And over the right-hand side, stumbling and bumbling and mumbling, goes Deshaun Chase. And, Rob, Deshaun Chase, he tends to be a jack of all trades, looks up here to me. He's not necessarily a great thrower or even a runner, but he can kind of do it all.
Yeah, Chase looks like an athlete also. One thing I've noticed about Chase, there was that one fumble on the exchange, but he's got very good hands. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see that Chase was a ball-handling point guard in basketball. And for this kind of offense, that's what you need.
So 1st and 10 over the left-hand side goes Seth Russell. And, Rob, you look at this Spartan team and you say to yourself, when Coach Almeida is looking for players, does he want big? No, he wants athletes.
Yeah. And he's got some athletes, too. And, a lot of them, they've suited a lot of players for tonight. I have a question for you, Scott.
Sure.
If you're Coach Jenrin with your weight, do you think about using some of your 3 timeouts that you have? Or is that scary for you because you might give the Spartans more time to get in the end zone?
I'll tell you what I would do here if they're coming up and I'm going to be a 3rd and 5. They get a first down here, 2 first downs. My defense has been out there a little bit. I'm going to blow it for at least a break. I'm too concerned with the clock. That seems like sometimes overthinking yourself. As 12 men in the field, there is the call.
Okay, so 2:52 left. I agree with you, Scott. So, call it timeout. The Spy Pounders are playing a lot of guys both ways. The skill position players for the Spy Pounders play both ways. And we'll see if an offense like the Spartans throw at you kind of wears them down as the game goes on. That would certainly be the Spartans' playbook. And using your timeouts could be one way for Ryan Jenner to respond.
3rd and 5. And here is Argyropoulos stumbling and bumbling and mumbling. He's finally brought down by Leo Maniti. Clock rolls, coming up on 2:40 left. And this is kind of exactly what the Spartans do.
We have 4th down. It looks like what the Spartans are going to do here.
Wow. Oh, holy cow.
You're surprised by this.
Oh, I wouldn't punt this ball at. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna.
Well, you give the ball to Baller with 55 yards. Don't look for a fake here, perhaps.
I can't get a yard, I go home. Get on the bus and go home. Don't come, there you go. I mean, right? I mean, how is he going to? Okay. All right, first down. Nice little fake there. Yeah, they ran a fake. Yeah, it was, yeah, right over right-hand side.
Did we guess the fake?
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah, we got that one. Oh,
You or me?
well, I think I was incredulous. I'm thinking Almini is some sort of a dope.
Set up the fake and I called it, so it was a misdirection.
Yes, by both of us. By both of us. First and 10 for, and now I feel like, wow, I'm here calling one of the best coaches in Eastern Massachusetts a dope because he's going for 4th down now. I look like an idiot.
Now,
Holy cow.
we're lauding his brilliance because it was a fake.
You know, Rob, so you brought up something before about numbers. You know, tell it in 2018, what do numbers mean to football? It's almost everything. We were talking before the game about it.
Yeah, I mean, so, well, it's a double-edged sword. So,
Right.
we have parents who are perhaps justifiably concerned about letting their kids play football. There's a lot of, there's a lot of pockets of press about that. And the issues are well known. I think what we both come out on it, Scott, is having played the game, we fully understand the risk, but we also see the benefits very clearly. And we think that football is a good game to play. But yet the decisions are getting made to play other sports. The numbers are winning. On the other hand, if you're a young athlete, that's more opportunity for you to play. And that kind of is the great equilibrium creator. But if you're Stoneham and you bring more players, that's perhaps more opportunity to wear the other team down.
Here we go, a little play action pass, a little lollipop throw. Again, he's got a man. It goes through the hands of Argyropoulos. Holy cow, they dodge another bullet.
Argyropoulos, so that was a great strike. That was a great strike by the quarterback, Chase, man. That hit him right in the hands. Argyropoulos is a great runner. Hasn't shown the type of skill that we look at. That just went right through his hands, and that was 6 points.
Deshaun Chase, I mean, that is right, put it in his bread basket. He won't throw a better pass all year. It's impossible. It's perfect.
Right over the top, and that's not an easy pass
Oh.
to center field. That's not an easy pass to throw.
This kid's an athlete. He may not be fancy. He may not be too quick. He may not be too skilled. He knows how to play. He's a winner. He's trying to win the game. So over the right-hand side that time goes, I believe it was Argyropoulos. And now that kind of took a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the Spartans. 125, clock rolling coming from 120. Nobody seems to be in a rush here. No one's using timeouts.
Well, I'll tell you, we're on this theme of wearing down and being tired, maybe premature, but Argyropoulos is taking a hit on every single play. He just ran 50 yards downfield and dropping that ball. He gets the ball the next time. Argyropoulos is either Superman or he's going to be burned down.
Well, he's out of the game now. Here's a little counter back the other way, a little scissors play, and that time it was the halfback to halfback handoff, and he actually pitched it. And we can get a replay of that, I'm sure.
Good play by Stoneham that time with 56 seconds left to go in the half, bringing the ball to the 30. This is an exciting ending to the first half.
56 seconds left. Spy Ponders up 21-14, and you kind of get the feeling here that we're going to, one way or the other, we're going to get a momentum swing here. If the Spy Ponders keep them out of the end zone, they're going to have a little pep in their step. And on the other hand, if the Spartans punch one in here, they're going to probably float off the field.
Yeah, this is a big moment in the ballgame. Do they go into halftime tied on the road, or do they have to go into halftime one score down on the road, having just kind of missed a goal opportunity? Sometimes these kind of emotional swings are decisive in those games. I do get the feeling this could be one here.
100%. And right now, Coach Bob Media for the Spartans, he's got his playbook open. He's having chases throwing deep. They're running double reverses. It's impressive stuff. So 2nd and 10. And this time it's going to be Seth Russell, and he's going to get the edge, cuts it up, cuts it back. Wrapped up by a host of angry Spy Ponders. Clock will roll coming up on 40 seconds. Let's see how both teams play this.
And clock rolling is good for the Spy Ponders. They did a nice job of keeping him in bounds. And
And they're not going as quick as they probably should. Down to 28 seconds left. And it's a little throwback pass. Argyropoulos, look out now. Argyropoulos stumbling and bumbling and mumbling into the end zone. Wow.
Argyropoulos scampers, and the Spy Ponders are going to look at this on film tomorrow and be pretty sad because it looked like Manini and Callahan had a chance to tackle him at the 20, and Manini and Callahan kind of ran into each other. And Argyropoulos, Harry Houdini escaped, and we're going to have a tie ball game. Spartans go for 2 here. They could go into halftime with the lead.
And Argyropoulos was huffing and puffing before he got into the end zone. After he got in, they'll go for 2 here. They're down 1. 15 seconds left in the first half. Clock does not run on a 2-point conversion. A little double reverse. Argyropoulos hands it off, and they're going to say no good. And the Spy Ponders can get a little boost from that to up 21-20.
So going into that drive, we said what the Spartans would want to do is use up the whole clock and punch it in, and that's exactly what they did.
Absolutely. Bing, bang, boom, and the classic rock soundtrack. That's right, baby. You gotta love it. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a Thin Lizzy after this. Boys are back in town. It'll be a great opening day song. So the boys are back in town. They're up by 1. And we've seen some impressive football. 15 seconds left in the half. And Spy Ponders will probably be a little bit conservative, but, who knows here.
Beautiful night for football, and a big crowd has come out tonight to root on the Spy Ponders.
Oh, that's not what you wanted there. A little muff there. And in business are the Spartans. The ball bounced right off. I believe it was
hard to say. And I don't know that we need. No, we don't want to call him out.
But right off his knee, and
it looks like he kicked it.
Kicked it, and it went right to the Spartans. And with 15 seconds, that clock should have rolled. I'm going to say it's around 10 seconds. Maybe one play, 1st and 10, ball at the 30. Whole bag of tricks are alive here for Stoneham. And here's Chase.
Uh-oh.
There's that little lollipop pass.
Oh!
It was tipped. A beautiful play there by Stephen McGivory. Hold your breath.
Hold your breath. It looked like Victor Fernandez was behind the defense just a little bit, and we know that Chase can make that pass. This is very similar to the pass where he hit Argyropoulos on the numbers, and McGivory just goes up and just barely tips it away. It also looked like Fernandez might still catch the ball rolling forward, but he did not, and the Spy Ponders dodged a bullet.
And they're going to take a timeout there. Coach Gendron says, hey, boys, let's exhale a little bit. We got 8 seconds left there. I'll tell you something, Rob. I was saying before that Deshaun Chase for the Spartans might be more of an athlete. Maybe I just misunderstood that throwing motion that's a little bit unorthodox for maybe not being a pure quarterback. He's got a heck of an arm.
He does have a heck of an arm. He's thrown those strikes, and those balls to center field are not that easy to time. If a receiver is running down the sideline, it's easier for you as a quarterback to kind of sense the vector. But when it's going directly away from you, it's hard to kind of judge the distance. And he's judged it right 2 times in a row. That time just a little bit short, and that inch was decisive.
The inches we need to win are everywhere, and that's a junior, folks. Deshaun Chase, a junior. And he's going to throw it again. There's that little lollipop pass. He's got a man down there.
Uh-oh.
And It's
Touchdown.
caught on the last play of the first half. Holy cow.
Wow, a 30-yarder from Chase. As we have a spy punter on the field, that was number 19, was it? Who caught that ball?
I couldn't see. It was way away.
It was number 19.
And that is Michael Picciuto. And Picciuto just made the biggest play in the game. And unfortunately, there's a spy ponder down right now, injured on that play. Kind of the worst possible outcome for the spy ponders. They think they're going into the half down, up 21-20. Here we go. A couple of passes later from Deshaun Chase. We see Michael Picciuto, the junior to junior connection, as we see there.
Is that Skylar Mills?
Yeah, Skylar Mills, and that's a great sign that he ran off the field. And now it's 26-21. They're going to go for 2. Wow.
Yeah, that is a kick right in the guts. That'll knock the wind right out of you if you're the spy ponders. This is going to be a test of their mental toughness.
Sure will. So Chase has got to be feeling good. And here's Argyropoulos, who's over. A nice play by the spy ponders. They can go in with a little bit of momentum as the clock had expired in the last play. And I got to say, Rob, the one thing I dislike about the high school game is the half ends and the players come off. Spy ponders down 26-21. You know, in every other sport, the clock is run by the clock. In these high school football games, I don't know if the viewers know it at home, the clock is run on the field. And the one that's in the stadium is not the official clock. And what confused me was that first play ran, and I'm sure the viewers at home saw the clock. It didn't move. The clock didn't move on the first play. And it makes you wonder how much time was left. Was it 8 seconds? Was it 2? So that's just a pet peeve. Certainly enough time to launch one up there like that. But so 26-21, and Rob, just a whirlwind of action in the first half.
Yes, sir, Scott. A lot of scoring. 21-26. Should we recap the scoring here?
And we'll do
or
that.
Should
So
we
you
throw
know
it
what?
to
You know
Max?
what? We got Max. He's ready to go. He's looking like $1 million. Max, kind of a real stomach punch. End of the first half for the Spy Ponders.
That's always tough heading into the locker room. It sucks all the momentum out of you. I'm sure Coach Gendron wasn't happy to see it at the end of the half. You never want to give up a play like that. Go into the locker room when they're doing so great. I mean, it's those deep passes out of double wing are killing them right now. It's like they have a guy running open every single time. It's tough in the double wing because they're always expecting run, and when they throw that pass, it can get confusing. You never know who's going out for the pass, and that's why the double wing is so effective in the high school level, because it's not like that's why no one runs the double wing in the NFL, because those players are the smartest, the fastest, the best players around. In high school, all you need is players that can execute that double wing well.
And there's certainly, Rob, the Spartans have it, and they've got, on top of everything else, Max is correct, it's usually a running offense. They got a quarterback can throw the ball.
Yeah, and I think Max is correct about the NFL too. You know, if your linebackers are 6'3", 240 and run a 4'4", 40, you can't run the double wing because they don't get confused. They can see over the defense. They can react. If they don't react fast enough, they can recover. But at the high school level, if you get one guy who gets caught up in the shuffle of all the activity that's going on, you see a throw over the top. You see a running game that goes around the edge for a big play. Max is absolutely right, and the Stoneham Spartans know exactly how to execute this double wing. They're doing it well.
They are doing it well, and Rob, kind of, you know, there's a little bit of wind out of the sails at the end there, but a lot of good for the Spy Ponders.
A lot of good for the Spy Ponders, and Bowler's running the club well, and all the receivers are in on the act, and they have lost points on a couple of unfortunate turnovers, but this is still anybody's ball game.
Absolutely, it's anybody's ball game as as we see kind of a back and forth affair. And this is really welcome back football is all I can say about that. 26-21. Both coaches will get in. Both coaches are dynamite. They'll get these fellas ready for the second half. And so we're going to take a little bit of break right now, and we'll be back right after these messages. And we're back. And with the Spy Ponders down 26-21, a couple of late scores there, a miscue on a kickoff. All the momentum is with Stoneham. Rob, how did we get to 26-21?
It's a lot of scoring, isn't it, for a half, Scott? The scoring started out in the first quarter with 7:49. Adam Bowler hit Peter Roach for 68 yards. Ponders took the lead 7-0. Argyropoulos scampered for 78 yards with 5:56 in the first quarter. 2-point conversion failed to make it 7-6. Stoneham hopped out on top with another big play, a 67-yard strike from Chase to Victor Fernandez with 3:51. 2-point conversion was successful, made it 14-7 Stoneham, and then the kick return immediately. Peter Roach struck right back. 65-yard kick return made it 14-14. All the scoring on the first quarter, Scott, came in plays of 65 yards or more. Second quarter was more of the same. A 12-yard run by Adam Bowler, 4:43, made it 21-14. Then came the two heartbreakers for Stoneham. 22-yard pass play from Chase to Argyropoulos with 15.4 seconds. 2-point conversion failed, made it 21-20 Ponders. And then the muffed kickoff, the Spartans got the ball back and scored with time running out to take the 26-21 lead.
And catch your breath. Hopefully you got yourselves charged up for the second half. And Rob, I mean, it's kind of been, we've seen it's been Chase, Argyropoulos. The Spy Ponders kind of been everybody.
It's been everybody. Bowlers. It's been Roach. It's been McGill-Ray. It's been Bowler. We saw, I think, Maniti with a nice catch, and they're firing it to all parts of the field. Contrasting styles here. If we have the fireworks in the second half as we had in the first half, we are in for a good one.
And on town day night, shaving cream night, that's you're going to get a lot of fireworks. So a little pop kick there. It's taken stumbling and bumbling and mumbling. Goes, that would be McGill-Ray. And so the Spy Ponders will take over that good field position, first and 10 at their own 35.
Yeah, see what they can get done here. If they could strike right back and take the lead, they would dearly love that. You get the feeling this ball game could come down to whoever has the ball last.
Refresh my memory, Professor. When was the last time the Spy Ponders, did they score the last time I had the ball, the Spy Ponders?
I think they did, Scott.
So that was that long drive. They haven't had the ball in a long time.
4:43, yeah, but a Bowler capped it off with a 12-yard run.
So first and 10 for Bowler. Pazia, the deep back. They'll give it to Pazia. A nice little tackle there by Jonathan Neal, the super senior. And right off the bat, they're going to go to Pazia.
Jonathan Neal very happy with themselves here. They're making a muscle with both arms after charging in the backfield, bringing Pazia down. Why not?
You see the Spy Ponders go to the ground there. And I remember, we talked about number of players in the roster opening nights. You got to wonder if one of the things Coach Jenner is a little bit concerned about is fatigue as this game goes on. That was a long first half time-wise, a lot of time in the field for both teams. I don't think it was lopsided. I think they were on the field physically for a long time. So 2nd and 12, Bowler 5-step drop, flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to go deep. And had Callahan kind of threw his hands, and that's kind of the first miscue we've seen from Bowler when he's stolen the ball, stepped into it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was that almost looked like a back shoulder type throw, Scott. Tyler Callahan turned around and came back for the ball, but there was a little bit of a fight for it, and he didn't come down with it. And so we've got 3rd and long, which is not where the Spy Ponders wanted to be. And you mentioned time on the field, Scott. So this game is an hour and 26 minutes old in clock time. This is a long high school football game.
Just thank gosh it's happening in early September and not November, because I don't likes me cold.
Are you challenging me to call the weather again?
Sure. Beautiful, cool, crisp night. Oh, a little screen I like. Little screen I like it. No, I tell you who doesn't like it. Coming up with another tackle is Jonathan Neal. Neal's made a couple of plays the opening drive.
A couple of plays, and he's in fact and indeed showing his muscle there. Jonathan Neal.
Literally. Yeah.
Jacked and pumped.
Jacked and pumped, baby. He's pumping those 6-inch biceps.
Pumping those guns.
Those big guns. All 165 pounds of them.
So the punters are going to punt away, and I wager they would like to get a stop on this defensive possession.
Beautiful punt. Wow. Just what they needed. Here's Chase, though. He's an athlete. He can play.
I ain't outrunning nothing. He just put his shoulder down into Chase, and great run that time by Fernandez, and he was stopped for a loss, and he just made something happen. And the entire Ponders defense, kind of pursued him over to this side of the field, and what a great play by Peter Roach to save that tackle.
And Fernandez is another junior, just like quarterback Deshaun Chase is a junior, and a couple of juniors out there really doing some yeoman's work for the Spartans and the Spy Ponders. That had to be kind of a little bit of air out of the wind of the sails. And you kind of get the feeling here the team that scores first in the second half is going to have a ton of momentum. And here's Argyropoulos over the right-hand side. Would you agree it's kind of what, Rob, one of these hockey games where it's, the score's like, 5-3 in a hockey game, you say next goal wins, right? If the team down 5-3 scores, they're going to win. I get that sense maybe here, but especially if it's the Spy Ponders were to score, I think, they would have massive momentum, but this is a big score coming up, whoever can get it in the end zone next.
Well, if the Spartans can get it in the end zone next, they go up 11, 12, or 13, and they're a team that can run the ball and has the ability to run clock. So, a two-possession lead would be big for them.
So 2nd and 8, and here's Argyropoulos. They don't give it to him, and Chase keeps it. And, Rob, we saw Deshaun Chase pitch that ball time and time again. That time he kind of fakes the pitch and turns it around himself. It's another wrinkle in the same play.
It is, and I hear pitch the ball. I hear pitch the ball, and wouldn't it be nice for the Spy Ponders if the Spartans put the ball on the ground about now?
It would be super nice, but my guess is this is a team that pitching the ball. The only thing I don't think you'll see them do is pitch it halfback to halfback, but I think they trust Deshaun Chase to do about anything with that football. So the Spy Ponders will try to make him eat the football, and he can. He gets around the end and then hurls into the end zone. Holy cow! Deshaun Chase with the play of the year. Superman over the top.
And if you're the Spawners, that is just an out. 17-yard run by Deshaun Chase, and capped off by a very athletic play. Here he is. He goes around. Let's see where he takes off. He takes off at about the 3-yard line.
Wow! Up and over a full hurdle, leap up in the air. He got hit, broke the plane. An outstanding athletic play by junior Deshaun Chase. And now they'll look to go up 13 on the make. Chase just hands it off to Argyropoulos, who waltzes into the end zone, and Stoneham takes a 34-31 lead. And Rob, maybe the worst call made that'll be this year in my career was the suggestion that kind of Deshaun Chase was kind of just another quarterback, kind of a game manager, kind of a guy out there just, going to listen to the coach, kind of stay in his tracks. Wow, what athleticism.
Yeah, he's had a great game, hasn't he? And it would be an exaggeration to call that Michael Jordan-like on that play.
I think so.
But, where Michael Jordan, takes off for the free throw line, it does a double pump jump. But, going up that high from the 3-yard line, wow.
I made the prediction that Chase, and I don't know this, is a point guard in basketball. I'm now making the prediction that he's a high jumper in track.
Right, he's a three-sport star. Hey, Rob, seriously, have we ever seen anything like that? I don't think nothing comes close.
You know, we've seen some good plays here on Pierce Field. Of its type. That was as good as we've seen. I still think the Lexington third or fourth down, third and 11. Who was the quarterback that did that? South Freelick.
Freelick went left and zigged and zagged and zoomed twice, and then reached out for that best.
That might have been the best play we've seen
on
Pierce Field.
Here it was definitely.
Yeah.
Big game for that one. So it's kicked me up back, and this one isn't over at all. And over the 30 to the 31. And folks, I apologize for not calling out a lot of Spy Pounder numbers. Early in the year, I'm having trouble because what happens is once I learn the numbers, who they are, I really kind of almost go by body language. I can't really do it tonight. But at any rate, Spy Pounders take over.
Well, let's explain that. You go by body language. You get to know how the players react and what they look like because you can't see their numbers from up here.
Exactly. And it's, they have the I guess it's gray on red. The white outlines, we love
very attractive uniform.
Love those. It's the Texas A&M kind of thing. Love them. It's just a little bit hard up here, and so Bowler come back in. Rob, is this do or die time for them? Do they need to score here? Is this 4-down territory?
Yeah. Well, they need. Well, need is a big word. They would like to, and if they don't score here. Unlikely things have to happen down the stretch for the Pounders to pull this one out.
And down the stretch against a team that makes very few mistakes. Another pitch and a catch. And I'll tell you, this Bowler, when he has stepped into throws, Rob, that time it was to Stephen McGilvery. He's just been dynamite.
Yeah, and he throws the ball. I'm just so impressed. When the receiver is coming towards you, or is in the middle of the field, you have to throw the ball down and away. And he has fired the ball at a place where only his receivers can catch the ball, keeping it away from the defense. That's a sophisticated way to play quarterback.
He's been outstanding. 1st and 10 for Bowler. This is the throw he's hit all day long. And now he's got some air. He's got a man down there. And he threw it, let him a bit outside. It was caught by Sam Swift, and the Spy Pounders got a big chunk of it back.
Big chunk of change there, Bowler to Swift, and I tell you, if that ball had been about 6 inches further inside, Swift could have reeled that in and gone for pay dirt. If you're the Pounders, you will take it. You're in business at the 25. You like it. If you're the Spartans, you dodged a bullet there.
100%, and Bowler came up limping a little bit, stretched out his calf on that play, after the play, So they'll give him a break here. Here's Tyler Callahan. He's going to zig and zag and zoom. He's brought down by Christos Argyropoulos, and this Argyropoulos goes both ways. Holy cow!
Oh, my gosh. Argyropoulos, and Coach Jenren trying to catch the interior defense sleeping after Bowler goes to the outside 2 times in a row, but Spartans up to the test.
You're not going to fool Argyropoulos on a play like that. The kid just knows what he's doing. He's a good player. I'm impressed. 2nd and 9. And Bowler's going to step and throw, and it was incomplete that time, intended for McGilvery. So 3rd down and 8 here, Rob. You think maybe a run to set up a 4th? They struggled a bit running the ball.
I wouldn't think so. I think Riverboat Jenren's just going to keep firing the ball around the yard. That time, it looked to me like the DB, Thomas Pizzi, was riding McGilvery a little bit. Maybe not quite enough contact to be called, but McGilvery was had a little bit of daylight. I would look to the Pounders to keep on, testing the DBs of Stoneham.
They've had success when Bowler step thrown on a line to anything, your post, your slants, anything in the seam. He's been real good, and now they go empty here, 5 wide, 2 to the bottom. It's a big play here. It's a big play. He's going to loft it. He's had trouble with those, and it is incomplete. So we come up on 4th and 9, Rob. And if, they say in the biggest plays, biggest games, kind of save your best for those. What's been the Spy Ponders' best tonight? Where do you think they should go right now?
Well, I think the trust between Peter Roach and Adam Bowler has been exemplary, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Bowler try to find Roach here. That last play, Bowler had a little bit of pressure coming from his weak side. He got pasted as he threw, kind of lobbed it up into the end zone. But look for him to try to find Roach.
And you'd like to see him throwing the ball with mustard on it, kind of stepping into his throws. He's been outstanding. He's been exemplary. Love that word. All night long. 4th and 9, 7:22 left in the contest. It's got to happen here, folks. Bowler's got time. He steps. He's got a man.
Oh.
And it goes right through the arms that time. McGillivray kind of was there all night long. It's been very accurate in those hard throws. Just couldn't make the connection there.
Yeah, we asked him to throw the ball with some mustard. There was plenty of mustard on it, just a little bit too much mustard for McGillivray on that one.
And Max, so we got 7:17 left. You are a defensive player. Is it time now where you're kind of clawing at the ball, trying to create a turnover? And Max, we're going to come back to you after this play. I want to ask you about some of the shenanigans that goes on when you're trying to strip the ball out. So 1st and 10, and it's not Argyropoulos. This time it's Deshaun Chase over the right-hand side. They can't strip the ball. Max, when you play, so what are some of the tricks of the trade to try to get this ball out here?
You definitely want to get your head on the ball when you're tackling. Get down, get your head on the right side, wherever the ball carrier is, right or left side. If you put your helmet on the ball, there's like a 99% chance it's coming out. The other tactics, try to grab that elbow, hit it with your other arm. That's tougher because if the guy's running hard, he'll just run right through you. The best strategy is to try to get your helmet on the ball.
Helmet on the ball. There we go. 2nd and 6. See if they go to Almedia here. Excuse me. Argyropoulos, they don't.
That was inside reverse.
He did. He pitched it. We have a replay of this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did he pitch this ball? Did Argyropoulos pitch this ball? You've got to be kidding me if he let this ball go out of his hands. 6:16 left. The only way this team loses the game is if they put the ball.
Let's see. No, it wasn't a pitch.
All right. Nice play. Here we go. So that'll bring up a second, or is that first?
Well, the excitement now, Scott, is what you were going to say next if he did pitch it.
Yeah. Might have been the end of this gig. Unpaid or not. So there goes Deshaun Chase over the right-hand side, stumbling and bumbling and mumbling. And now the clock is kind of rolling.
So is Deshaun Chase.
Yeah, and that the butter's getting hard, Rob, right? Your Jello's jiggling a bit. What do you think? I mean, it's not yet, it's obviously.
Yeah. You're referring to the game being in the refrigerator. It's not in the refrigerator, but the door is opening.
Ooh, door's opening. That's no good. No good if you're a Spy Ponder fan. No good. So here come the Spartans now. They're kind of feeling them. They're kind of feeling good. They're kind of flexing here. Team that had a lot of success a year ago, 8-2, 1 win away from a bowl game, from a Super Bowl game, and there's again he put it on his hands. That time intended for Victor Fernandez, who has a touchdown this game. And I don't think it's possible for me to be more impressed with Deshaun Chase.
And once again, the Ponders dodged a bullet. The receiver gets open deep down the middle, and the ball is right on the receiver's fingertips. Last thing that the Spy Ponders have played hard. They've played well tonight. I think they've had a couple of breaks that haven't gone their way. The last thing they need is for this game to get out of hand here deep in the fourth quarter.
It would really be a kind of a tough moral loss if they were to have this score feel or look lopsided, because this game, Rob, certainly wasn't lopsided. as Chase goes over the left-hand side. Oh, excuse me, that was Chase over the left-hand side for 2 or 3, bring up a 3rd and 5. You know, Rob, that would be kind of moral law. You're a feeling like you don't want to feel bad coming up. They played well.
Yeah, they played well. It looks like Joey Pazia has a little bit of a strain of some kind limping around. We saw Big Tim Mazzy a little bit earlier in the game limping around. Hope everybody stays healthy tonight.
100%. And we've seen a couple players get hurt and then pop up, and that's what we always want to see. And now zigging and zagging and zooming is Seth Russell, and it's going to be a first down for the Spartans. The clock will stop with 4:44 left, and then it'll get rocking and rolling again. Now, Rob, Stoneham is going to go to they're going to be home to Burlington. You're the Burlington coach up here scouting this game. What are you thinking to yourself? Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know much about Burlington. I think what you're thinking to yourself is that you've got 2 players to key on, and that's Chase and Argyropoulos, and you're going to throw the house at those guys and see what you can do.
Oh, there's a fumble. That's a big play right there. A fumble caused by Adam Bowler. Ripped the ball out. Picked up by Peter Roach. And we're over here kind of putting a cap on this game. And I think was that Bowler? I thought it was I guess it was Peter Roach, and so the Spy Ponders have life here, Rob.
4:09 left in the ball game. It's a two possession game. Ponders are going to have to go to the air here. They're going to really probably need to score in the next couple minutes. Will be in onside kick territory if they do. Stranger things have happened.
And we've seen stranger things happen on this field.
On this field.
I mean, certainly last year in the Ringe game and then the Woburn game a couple of years ago, the famous Alec Coleman show game.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, Bowler's going to try to make amends for the 4th down play that he wasn't able to execute. He can step, a little pitch, and a little catch. And that's been his little forte there to McGivelry. Steps into the throw. It's got a lot of muster on it. It's impressive.
And they're going to have to execute a 2-minute drill right here. No huddle offense. We'll see how they do in the second game of the year. September 14th. There's a lot to ask of a team. Say a lot about the training camp that they had.
You know, something that I had a lot of success with, and it was no huddle was simply call a play, you complete it, flip it the other side, same play other side. And that's kind of what you saw right there, something very similar at least.
My Lord, those are tight spirals that Adam Bowler is throwing. The last 4 or 5 completions have just been pro style, over the top, bullets, tight spirals, hitting tight windows, hitting his receivers in the hands. Very win, lose, or draw. Very impressive show tonight by Adam Bowler.
Very impressive. And Max, we got Tyler Callahan down there. Even though it's a cool night, it's not winter yet, not fall yet. Players can still cramp up, Max, can't they?
It's tough. It's only the second game of the season. Sometimes you don't hydrate the right way before, and it's hot. It's hot for New England. It's hot for Massachusetts, and the heat can get to you. I mean, you're used to playing. It's been an extremely hot summer. It's still pretty hot, even compared to last year. I think it was definitely cooler during the Cambridge Ridge and Latin game. So you just have to adjust, and it's tough sometimes. You've seen a couple players go down with cramps.
2nd and 2 for Bowler. Trips the bottom of your screen. This time he's going to roll out. That pitch, almost a beautiful catch there. Intended for Peter Roach. And Rob, you said this a few times, but Bowler is fitting this in these narrow windows. That one, the window was 1.5 feet.
Yeah, he is throwing darts tonight. I mean, Adam Bowler, and you got to give the Stoneham Spartans defensive backfield credit. I mean, they have been right on the receivers, and when the Spy Ponders have caught the ball, they've brought the receivers right down.
really give credit to both defenses and coaches. Coach Curley for the Spy Ponders and the defensive coordinator for Stoneham. It's been an outstanding effort by both defenses, especially after giving up so many points in the first half. And here's Bowler, rumbling, stumbling, and bumbling, and falls over the 40 to about the 35, and Bowler can run.
And the Spy Ponders are just gonna fight right down to the last drop here. And this is a non-league game for both teams, right? And so it's a test. Both teams will face tough competition in their league. The Spy Ponders will play the Reading Rockets, who are always tough. They'll play as we have the schedule right here, the Woburn Tanners. At Woburn, and that's going to be a tough game. That's always a tough game. Lexington at home this year. Lexington was real strong last year. So this is a great tune-up, win, lose, or draw for league play.
1st and 10, Bowler a little fake. He's had trouble with the sky balls, and at that time it's picked off by Victor Fernandez. He's had a game today, and Bowler just really has struggled with the touch passes.
I didn't quite see what happened there, Scott. I was still looking at the schedule. I did see the ball as it was floating in the air. It looked like a little bit of a duck. Was it tipped? Was he hit?
Well, he may have been hit. I think maybe he lobs it when he gets a little pressure, trying to get a little extra time to throw it. But it was really a lollipop way up in the air, kind of a rainmaker, and very much underthrown. And so you see the Stoneham Spartans starting to really exude confidence and celebrate the victory, but I don't see a lot of down for the Spy Ponders, Rob. The defense steps up in the second half against a very difficult offensive team. Bowler looks outstanding. They're throwing the ball to several receivers. Hey, I know we wear rose-covered glasses up here, but I saw a lot of good stuff tonight.
No question, and that could be Bowler's first interception of the year, and for as much as the Ponders throw the ball, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So is it refrigerator time though? 2:46 to go in the ball game. I would say that the door is, if not closed, it's closing. The lights are out. The eggs are cooling. The Jell-O is jiggling. The butter's getting hard.
Turn the lights out. It's about time to go home. So
what did Dandy Don used to sing on Monday Night Football?
Turn the lights out.
Should we sing it?
I don't know the song.
It was "Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over."
Oh, I don't know the song.
Turn out the lights.
I'm not 200 years old.
The party's over.
I was born post 1970, as in exactly 1970. Anyway, so
we're gonna have to film. I mean, if they don't play enough 70s rock, we may have to do it ourselves.
No doubt about it. And here goes, and I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag as Chase stumbles over the 40 to about the 48. Deshaun Chase is gonna get my ACMi Player of the Game. He's gonna get the Bing Bang Boom Award for Stoneham. No doubt that was a play, one of the plays of my time here at Arlington High when Michael Joy, that was a great call, partner. It was Michael Joy jumped, the feet came out like that.
Yeah.
He got hit too. That took courage for him to leave his feet like that. You get hit like that, you can get hurt.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of.
I think instinct took over.
No doubt, outstanding play.
You know who gets my Player of the Game, Scott?
I would guess it would have to be we're each giving one
for Stoneham. I'm thinking Stoneham. I think you're going to get it for correctly pronouncing Argyropoulos all night long.
Are you kidding me? That is my best work phonically in ever. I don't know. I love the name. When I heard it, the two Spartan fans told us when we came in, and I liked how it rolled off the tongue. Great name.
Max, we practiced Argyropoulos before the game. We rehearsed it for probably 5 minutes. We looked at each other. Not P. Gyropoulos, not T. Gyropoulos, not S. Gyropoulos. Argyropoulos, and we got it right. I say that with respect. We're both very impressed with him as a football fan. We're also impressed with ourselves for pronouncing the. We don't get that right a lot.
No. So Max, I mean, let's not let the cats out of the bag all the way, but who are you thinking? What impressed you the most about Arlington tonight? What did you see that you said, hey, I like that. I like how that's going to move forward?
Just like you were mentioning earlier, I like Kyerbol's ability to pass when he's in the pocket. I mean, he looks sharp and crisp when he's standing there. Gets a nice pocket around. The offensive line is giving him great time back there. Those receivers can get it open. They're getting open. Just keep it up. Oh! How they have it?
They sure do. Somebody got absolutely pasted on a beautiful form tackle. I'm not sure what they're saying here. Arlington went bananas like they had the ball. No quitting this Arlington team, Rob. That's a hallmark of a Coach Gendron team.
Are they going to give them the ball? I'm not sure they are.
No, I don't think they are. I mean, Max was making a real salient point, very, really kind of knocking our socks off with his wisdom and energy. And
salience.
It's very salient.
I was going to say that what I was seeing a lot, though, on those outside pitches, especially, it works extremely well, and they're running inside because it knocks down all those blocks, lets the linebacker. A lot of the defensive linemen are coming in and chopping at the offensive linemen, which is a great strategy if they're for sure running the ball inside. It lets those linebackers have a clear path, stops them from doing that reach block we were talking about at halftime. But when they're running outside like that, you're leaving that one-on-one. Those one-on-one situations, the linebackers, it makes it really tough on them.
You saw it again right there. You saw the Max. That's an excellent point there about the lineman chopping down, the defensive line chopping down the offensive line, and Rob, this game here, we're now. This is Coach Gendron's fourth year. This is Arlington now, right? This is a hard-hitting smack 'em. You don't quit. You keep fighting. But the thing that's the Gendron kind of twist on that is they throw the ball. They're kind of they're throwing it all over again, but all over the place. But they're tough.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the season. This is going to be a fun year. It's a pro-style offense, and team that throws the ball around is fun to watch. This is going to be a fun year.
It's going to be a really fun year. And Rob, you mentioned the schedule moving forward. We got 2 minutes left to go in this contest here. Stoneham Spartans, team that was one game away from the Super Bowl last year, leading 34-31. And Rob,
21. Yeah.
34-21. I'm sorry. And Rob, you mentioned they're going to punt it away here. You meant almost blocked, and that'll bring Tyler Callahan to the ball. He steps out at about the 26. And Rob, you mentioned the strength of the Middlesex League, and I know we've talked off the air. I've said it for several years, especially recently. I believe the play in all sports across the board in Middlesex. Hey, maybe it's my bias. I live in a Middlesex town. I just think the play is better than some people in the state think. You don't see a lot of these teams popping up in the top 20. You see certainly Stoneham is, but I just think this is a strong league, don't you?
Yeah, no question at all. You use the phrase Middlesex rising. Middlesex has risen. I don't know that you get a night off, at all. I remember last year, didn't Belmont have some athletes? Winchester's basketball team was extremely strong last year. They got some athletes. Who's the big kid they have at quarterback?
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick.
Well, this is a league, for starters, it's a league loaded with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So, it's
always loaded with quarterbacks.
I think there's a stigma that comes with the Middlesex League about, money or rich, that you hear that a lot. And I don't know. I don't know a lot about the economic situation. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't talk to that. But I'm saying, I don't see that they're soft. I see the opposite. I see hard, strong, tough players across the board, everywhere you go, and it's very impressive to me.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 11, 1:45 on the clock. Bowler roll out. He's struck on the roll. It's nice to see him complete a pass there to Tyler Callahan.
1:37 left in the ball game. 13 points down. Their Potters are still firing.
So, Rob, I asked you before if you were the opponent for Stoneham next week.
Burlington, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what if you're Winchester? Okay, who's coming here next Thursday, I believe, possibly. Well, it's the 21st. That's Friday, right? Anyway, we'll talk about that.
What is Winchester seeing?
Winchester? If you're Winchester, what do you say?
I mean, what you see if you're Winchester is one thing. You go in thinking that perhaps the Spy Potters are vulnerable to the big play. So they're soft, deep middle. You can go over the top against them. That's something that the Spy Potters are definitely going to have to clean up. Offensively, or if your defense looking at the Spy Potters offense, you're going to have to figure out how you want to try to stop Air Bowler. And, what do you think you can get done? Are you going to try to guard the receivers, or are you going to try to pressure the quarterback? And I'm not so sure if I'm an opponent of the Spy Potters. I don't try to, put pressure on the quarterback and see what happens if we can get a guy in Bowler's face, because he hasn't had a guy in his face tonight, and he's picked the Spartans apart.
Sure has. And Rob, so the next question comes to mind. Bowler has picked them apart. Certainly, you can see why they throw the ball so much and ran it so little. But does the fact that the Spy Potters weren't running the football tonight concern you in that? Do you think that maybe they're going to be a very pass-heavy team as they fight for the ball there? The Spy Potters,
they got it.
Come up, beautiful play there by Sam Swift.
Yeah, that was what we call in basketball a 50-50 ball. They both had it. Swift came down with it.
So this
tie goes to the runner.
Game's not over now, as
the game's in the refrigerator technically.
That's what I say.
I just want to point that out.
I tell you, this Baba Media is a character. I mean, he's in a prevent defense. Doesn't seem like a guy that would be in a prevent defense.
They have any timeouts?
I don't know. There's a lot of passes been in trouble all day long. He did a little fake spike there, and 25.6 seconds left. Be a third and a mile for the Spy Potters. Looks about 20. Next, to be honest with you, I think they have all their timeouts left. Not all of them. I think they have a ton. Now they're going to start using them. I think their idea was they were going to punch one in, and then if you have a million timeouts, they can even get a first down and you can still get the ball back. So, with you get 10 timeouts per team 5 timeouts per team per half, which is.
Bowler looks like he's kind of limping a little.
He had a calf when he threw that not intercepted, he threw a lollipop down the field.
Yeah.
A tough kid, though.
I don't know what more we could put in the refrigerator other than the butter, the eggs, and the Jell-O. But whatever's in there is the grapes are juicy. The cheese is whatever cheese does when it's in a refrigerator. I'm not exactly sure.
Chills? I don't know.
Chilling. Cheese is chilling.
Chilling like
we got a new one. Cheese is chilling.
Yeah, cheese is chilling cheese. Chilling cheese. So that'll be a fourth down, and mercifully, this game is going to come to an end pretty soon.
Well, in clock time, this game is gone 2 hours, 18 minutes. That's a long high school football game.
Yeah, it's long. It's a long game. We were on pace for a 4-hour one for a while there, though.
Yeah, we were.
If we didn't get that drive in the second half, we were going to be parked here for a while. But as you know me, when it's 68 degrees, keep these games, keep that clock stopped. But I mean, this happens in November, and I'll be homicidal or suicidal. So 4th and 20. Little he struggled with those.
Yeah.
Wow, he has struggled with those. He struggled with those, and that'll effectively end the ballgame. I think we're going to have to snap it one more time. Our final here at Pierce Field is going to be somebody's down. That's no
we
good.
have a player down holding his knee.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my gosh, that will be a
well, hopefully it's a cramp.
Hopefully it's
a cramp. It looks like cramp. He's touching his calf, I think.
Let's go to Max. You have a view on this, Max?
I was gonna say all these I've been seeing this a lot, even in the pro balls right now, even in the NFL right now. Cramps, and in college football, I've been seeing cramps there too. It's delaying games a lot. It's making the games like an hour longer because there's so many people cramping up. I don't know. I mean, I understand in high school, you're splitting your time between class, and you don't have all the time in the world to get hydrated or get conditioned all the time. But the pros in college, all they do is practice practically.
You know what? I don't have a degree in exercise physiology or anything like that, but I've always really thought that the phenomenon of the cramps was that when you shock your body, we all know, we've all played football, there's nothing like game speed. Nothing. Your body, you can't fully prepare for it, and I think it's just a shock to bodies.
Yeah.
And when you get, wow, I have to do this for 2 hours, and that's the body saying, please stop. I need a rest. And, the body will learn he doesn't need a rest because he's been training and gotten himself prepared for this for a year coming into the game.
But I'm thinking back to my first high school football game, my first varsity action, the first play I ran as a varsity football player. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. It was fast and it was furious, and I played a lot of football. I had never seen anything like it. It was took my breath away.
That's a great way to put it. That's very similar. I remember mine. In the way I explained my first experience on a varsity field, I thought there were players behind me.
Yeah.
I thought that's the feeling I got. Why are there people behind me? There weren't, but the action was moving so fast. I felt like I was looking around that people were surrounding me. They weren't. It was just fast paced. And then
the other phenomenon is, I mean, to be honest, spring training comes and you get this playbook, and the playbook is brilliant because you're going to score every time. All you have to do is you look at the page, and you see this guy blocking here, and you see that guy blocking there, and you got the diagram just proves it, and the runs up with the arrow going into touchdown on every play. And then Friday night comes, and you learn that the other guy has a playbook too.
Right, exactly.
And it's like, whoa, wait a second. What? I got a playbook. He's got a playbook. But game on.
Yeah, this is right.
Game on. But you don't know that until it happens.
You don't, and you're also explaining why experience is so key, right?
Yeah.
If you don't get in these moments that are new to you each and every game, this is their first game. That's very valuable. Max, I mean, what do you remember of your first experience on a varsity field as we see the two teams shaking hands as the Spartans win 34-21? Home opening night 2018. Max, what do you remember the first time you were on a varsity field?
The first time I was on a varsity field, this is my ever playing in the game or ever being on varsity?
No, in the game we were both commenting that the speed is very, very fast.
Yeah.
What do you remember?
And the hits are more aggressive than
honestly,
anything you see.
The first time I was ever in varsity was on kickoff. It was probably No, I was actually plugged in. I don't remember. That's so weird. I don't remember my first time going in. I think it was on kickoff, actually. I was, when you're on kickoff like that, everything is a blur to you. You're just running downfield as fast as you can. It seems like time is over an instant. It's really an insane experience, honestly.
Max is a Hall of Famer. A couple mortals like me and Rob up there. We had a little bit of a different experience. But, we look ahead now. So the Spy Ponders, they're going to stay here. Winchester's coming in next week, the 21st, and then they go at Woburn. What does it look like moving forward for the Spy Ponders? Winchester's coming in here. They go to Woburn in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and so the Spy Ponders just got to get back to work. I don't think you can be too down about this game, the upcoming games. Then they play against Lexington, they play against Reading. They got to look at this as a great non-league tune-up against a tough Stoneham team, and the next 4 weeks is going to be against the steel of the Middlesex Large League. Time to get to work.
Time to get to work, and you look there, Winchester, Woburn. That's kind of the Tri-City areas, if you will, kind of the iron of the schedule, and just as you said, a nice tune-up tonight with Stoneham.
Yeah.
So, and then now you think you look Stoneham going forward, and you're not going to spend too much time talking about them. But I mean, you seen a team. I'm seeing a team that could maybe be going to a Super Bowl.
No, I mean, I think Stoneham, as a team, they have to feel good about themselves. And last year they were one game away from the Super Bowl. And as a team, you like to build every week and build every year. And they got to have their sights set on that. They got a tough test from the Spy Potters tonight. There's absolutely no doubt about it. This was no 40-13 game.
No, it wasn't.
That like they had last week.
It wasn't, but it was a 34-21 game. And Rob, why don't we go over the scoring for those at home that maybe just tuned in at the end, as we're going to wait for Coach Gendron, to come up here.
Okay, so the scoring started out Bowler to Roach, 7:49 in the first quarter, 68 yards. Ponders up 7-0. Argyropoulos at 5:56 answered with a 78-yard run to make it 7-6. First quarter still 67-yard pass from Chase to Fernandez at 3:51 made it 14-7 Spartans. The Spy Potters answered immediately with a 65-yard kick return by Roach, 14-14. Second quarter, 12-yard run by Bowler with 4:33 made it 21-14. Then probably the decisive sequence in the game. The Spartans answered with a really nice long drive, scored with 15.4 seconds left. Two-point conversion failed, made it 21-20. Then recovered the muffed kick return by the Ponders, and Jake to Pachuto with time remaining made it 26-21. Two-point conversion failed. That's where it was at the half. And in the second half, we saw a 17-yard run by Chase and the two-point conversion by Argyropoulos to make it bring us to the final score of 34-21 Spartans.
And 34-21 was the final, Rob. Why don't we go through our players of the game? I already gave one out to, I gave the Bing Bang Award. We'll go to both, or we'll give a Bing Bang Award, and then we'll go player of the game for, why don't you take Stoneham, and I'll take Arlington. So, did you give an award out already?
No, I have not. I mean, I would give it's tough. The Chase and Geropoulos were thunder and lightning, and I think that I'm going to give my award to Geropoulos just because of his heavy workload.
It would really feel unfair if we didn't give him an award. He was outstanding tonight. He was tremendous. He was Herculean nearly in his effort. And for the Spy Ponders, Max, if you were to give a player of the game award for a Spy Ponder, who would get your award?
Actually, I'm here with Coach Gendron, excuse me. And Coach, it was a tough loss out there tonight. On defense, it seems like the passing out of that double wing was tough for the team. What happened there on that?
Yeah, well, when you play a double wing team like that, the reason they're in that offense is they want to toss and sweep and do a lot of their run game. So our first priority was taking away what they wanted to do best. Like any good Stoneham team, coached by Coach Almeida, though, they're not a one-trick pony. And so I was disappointed that we weren't able to read our keys on those passes, and we had some guys blow some coverages. But even despite all that, I thought in the second half those guys tightened up and we really controlled the pass game a little bit better and, got the ball back enough times to have a couple shots to put something together at the end.
Yeah, it seemed like in the second half on offense, the defense performed a little bit better, but the offense struggled a little bit. Any word on that?
Yeah, so, down 2 scores and an unfortunate 2 scores, that's a 2-minute let-up right before half, and you hate to see that because that's much less a physical thing than a mental thing, and then so that second half, they're sitting kind of in some prevent stuff, and as you saw, we moved very well from the 30 to the 30 and then kind of stall out as we start approaching the red zone. So offense definitely has to execute better. I thought defense cleaned up better in the second half, but all to all, we got to have a better mental week next week and have a more consistent game.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.
See you next week. Coach Gendron, guys.
All right, Max. Thanks a lot, buddy. So, Rob, we need to just do Arlington player of the game.
Arlington, I got to give Adam Bowler the player of the game. He's a senior quarterback, senior leader. He fought hard tonight. He ran. He threw the ball. He was on the money. Adam Bowler would get my nod.
Well, I think that's a no-brainer there. All three choices: Bowler, Argyropoulos. I almost mispronounced it the last time. Imagine that. Argyropoulos and Deshaun Chase. Three great choices for great players. So we're going to wrap things up here. We just wanted to let you know this game is being brought to you by Town Day, sponsored by ACMi. Watch all the coverage of Town Day on ACMi. How does Town Day benefit Arlington? Come in, find out. It's a fun day. ACMi has a tent. We have a center stage schedule that you see right there on your screen. The Dave Samarco Band, love the Dave Samarco Band, big time, is awesome, and it's just going to be a fun day. Karen K and the Jitterbugs. I love Karen K. The Jitterbugs are a little too fast for my taste, but Circle of Songs with Hugh Hanley is outstanding, dynamic, and dynamite. So it's a lot of fun at the Town Garden schedule with the music and the activities and things like flag raising. Again, you're not going to see anything better than Dave Samarco Band. AHS Jazz Band is super sensational and wonderful. So it's going to be a fun time tomorrow at the Town Day. We had fireworks tonight. We had fireworks down here in the field. Fun time had by all, and the fun's going to continue tomorrow. So that's going to wrap it up for us here at Pierce Field in Arlington. The 2018 opener, your Spy Ponders drop a tough one by a final score of 34-21. For Rob Anthony and Max Cohen, I'm Scott Zwick saying have a good night and bing, bang,